Okay, good morning. How's everybody this morning? Hopefully this weather clears up for us today. We have a good day out there. This week's code of conduct is to don't overpromise or undeliver. So that's this great one there is communication. Let's really try to up that communication this week, so we don't have any issues out there. Safety news: another 7 days without reportable. We've had a couple of close encounters, all resulting with hands and injuries. So it's on the rise. Our exposures are out there. We really just need to make sure we're focusing with that JHA. What are our hazards? Let's control those hazards through the hierarchy of controls. Let's try to eliminate and isolate as much as we can. We got to deal with the hazards. Let's have a good game plan of how we're going to execute the work for the day. We've been up in our site inspections, and there's one area improvement that we can do when it comes to storage is our compressed gas cylinder storage on our job sites. We're getting a little lax. We're doing a lot of torch cutting, a lot of steel type of work. We've been addressing this on site, but again, company-wide, I wanted to address this. It's very important that our compressed gas cylinders should never be stored on their side or near any open flames, electric sparks, or generated any other sources of ignition that might be present. Oxygen cylinders are full or empty, shall be stored in the same area as flammable gases. And this is one of our biggest problems. We're storing all of our stuff together, right next to all of our gas cans, our diesel cans, and stuff like that. We need to have 20 feet between everything from our job trailers to how we're storing our oxygen and acetylene. So everything needs to be 20 feet away. We have some containers. We also have gated baskets that we have available at the rail park, things like that. Let's just set these jobs up so it's easy. These are easy compliance things for a motion inspector to show up and issue out tickets. So I want to really raise the awareness. Safety department, when we're going to be walking around, this is something we're going to really hit next week. We're going to really be focused on making sure that our oxygen and acetylene, our flammable gases, everything is separated, stored properly, secure, and upright. And then if we have to, if we run out of distance, we can make some stuff out of steel sheeting where we could potentially have a firewall set up that needs to be 5 feet high and has a fire rating of a half an hour. So that's something that we can do as well. But if we have the space, let's just separate these things out. Let's kind of plan it out how we're storing these things, because we're doing a lot of this type of work, and it's very important that we make sure we don't have a catastrophe of a potential of a major explosion if we don't handle this properly. So I wanted to really raise the awareness. We're going to be hitting this hard next week during our job visit. So let's make sure we're all focusing and cleaning up. And if you see it, let's adjust it. Let's get the stuff separated by 20 feet if possible. Is there any questions?
How would you like to see the cylinders secured?
Just ratchet straps is a great way. Chain to a tight chain. Anything, if it's gonna tip over, it's not secure. So with that said, I'll pass it over to Ken, and we'll talk about the rest of the meeting.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes there's a lot to think about on a job site when you're moving stuff around, but it's important because that's one thing at OSHA we know looks right at that. Those compressed gas cylinders. So announcements, Champlain Valley Fair ticket time. So we have to email or sign up or call Sarah to sign up. Is there also a sheet going around here today? So make sure you sign up. If you know someone who isn't here who wants to sign up, just kind of remind them. We always get last minute calls. We need tickets and we don't have any. What's that? Usually she gives us a week, so probably by next Friday. Scotty, you got to guess? There we go. I'll use my hand. Oh, the mouse is hooked up. Okay. I'm touching the pad instead of. So also make sure your time cards are fully set to your PMs by 9 a.m. Mondays, and call them if you have any concerns. And then PT 360 will be on site on the 16th. So that's Tuesday. So this week we're profiling the West Haven Bridge project. It's actually called West Haven Whitehall, and there's some it's a state job, so there's some numbers and contract numbers associated with that. But Whitehall, New York. So we're contracted with V-Trans to construct a single-span highway bridge across the Pulteney River, connecting that West Haven, Vermont side to Whitehall, New York. There aren't many bridges for quite a ways. I think you have to go all the way down to Fairhaven. I don't know about the north side. Must be a while. Addison before you get, yeah. So the project is an accelerated bridge project, and ECI has only 56 calendar days to replace the bridge in its entirety, including the new approaches. The new bridge is a 116-foot span steel beams with integral concrete deck and dual integral abutments over piles and precast pile caps. So we did the precast here last year. The pile caps and lower wing wall sections that were done out here in the concrete area. And the bridge closure period started on June 18th, and ECI must reopen the bridge to two-way traffic by August 13th. The job is currently running on schedule, and ECI subcontracted with CCS for crane services to help remove the old bridges and install the new plate girders. VR Concrete will be working with ECI to place the bridge deck, monolithic bridge deck that integrals with the abutments in about a week's time. So you can see this was the old bridge. It was an old through truss bridge, which was very badly decayed to the point where the state had a temporary maybe bridge in there or some other type of temporary bridge system that sat within the truss. So that was removed at the beginning of construction. There's CCS pulling out the old truss bridge. And then we're vibrating in some piles for pile driving. Our crane. And that must be setting the abutment, is it?
Yep,
on New York side, right. So we're kind of isolated, and from side to side we have to go all the way around or shuttle people across in the basket, the crane basket, or make deliveries that way. When I was there a couple weeks ago, they used the crane basket to send sandwiches over. Yeah. Yeah, we maybe, yes. So here they are setting the girders. These are very curved with a lot of camber into them, which apparently will flatten out mostly. It's surprising how much camber there is, but it's a 116-foot span. So it'll be, the deck will start to take out some of that camber, right? And then it'll set, the concrete will set, and it'll be a lot stiffer anyway. Kind of hard to see, Joey. You know what this picture was? It was hard to see with the
kind of the site.
the whole site. Okay. Oh, all right.
The bridge is just in the middle of farm territory.
Right. Yeah. Hill drops down here. There's fields and pastures and pretty isolated part of Vermont. It's kind of interesting.
Almost no communication out
there. Yeah, bad communication, cell service sucks and all that. So then from the photo archives, this would be Pinkham Notch, I believe, versus Kinsman. Anybody verify that? They look a lot of the same. The New Hampshire doing fiber optic conduit along the roadway. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, this is. I think I took the photo actually. This would be Pinkham Notch as you're heading towards Mount Washington. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that was my photo, and it doesn't show it that particular day. Is that the one back in the Wildcat sign? Yeah, probably. That might be Wildcat over there. That particular day I was there, it was the week prior to Father's Day weekend in Laconia, and it was unbelievable how many motorcycles, they go up to the top of the summit, and there would be hundreds of them going by at a pack. Then be low, and there'd be hundreds more. It was just amazing. So, all right, well, that's what we got. Be safe out there. Hydrate well if it gets real hot. Use your sunscreen.
No, you saw that storm rolling in.
Brian Harrington. Ken Hope. Luke Jerome. David Johnson. Jerry Johnson.
Jerry Kevin Johnson.
I'm all good with your book now. You want your
You want both? Okay, there you go.
You got Kevin?
I got both of you. Richard Keach. Martin Kendrick. Jack Kerr. Kenneth King. Walter Knott. Spencer Kohler. John Kowaltz. Jerry LaFreniere.
I'm a Spencer. John.
Ivan Manu. Sean Lanphier. Red Valley. Al Paterno.